Oh, this is something I don't say very often. Good morning, everyone. Well, everyone except Hyper. Why the hell you're awake in Australia? I don't know, but good morning, all. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We have here for you today a race here in Group P of the S7 Ocarina of Time Randomizer Tournament. We have Zinedine versus Kneiiss, joined on comms today by Hagmania. Hag, how are you doing?
Hey, good morning there, Cubs. I think it's our first time in the booth together, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited for some S7 group stage. It's a jam-packed weekend, opening weekend of group play. We already had several matches yesterday, and a ton more to get through this weekend. Got Zinedine versus Kneiiss, a 48 versus 17 seed here. Got some interesting settings banned and picked. We have those highlighted in the chat, pinned at the top of chat here, but we'll go over them real quickly. Banned was Interior Entrance Rando and Overworld Skulls. Entrance Rando banned by Zinedine, and Skulls banned by Kneiiss. And then we've got Keyrings Anywhere, 3 trials on, Beans Planted, and Free Scarecrow. So pretty straightforward, adding in Golden Gauntlets, as you mentioned in our pre-race chat. What do you think of these settings, Cubs?
Honestly, when I saw them drafted, this is a lot. I wasn't expecting to see trials, honestly, drafted by anyone. So it's interesting to see that one up. Let's face it. After you get through a seed, having to do an extra random 10 minutes of seed, almost guaranteeing gold gauntlets and several others, we really don't want them. Just as racers. So it's interesting for me to see that picked. I definitely did a double take. I always forget that keys anywhere with the draft means key rings, not key sanity. But that's always a fun one. It is nice to have free Scarecrow, though. Never going to complain about having that over the course of a race.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll see, and we've only got 10 seconds here. Let's start the race off, and I'll talk about these selections in just a minute. We got 5 seconds till race time. I hope you guys are ready. And away we go. Oh. So starting off here with Child Spawn in Kakiri Forest. And let's just talk about, if you pick Beans Planted or Free Scarecrow, do you have a race plan in mind with that? Or is it just a general sort of nice to have quality of life thing? Mido's house with a couple of big chests.
Well, we have the wallet, and we have strength. All right, strength early is interesting. Also, maybe hoping for some bomb chews here early. The beans can be interesting if you get certain warp songs. Excuse me. Bolero, early Requiem would be very nice. Even just. One thing that beans do put in that you may not think, it puts the river heart pieces in logic for adult, or at least the lower one. So that could be something you may want to go for early. Free Scarecrow, I don't know that it really changes much about how you route, other than you don't have to worry at all about doing something like Pixel Shot.
And I believe Free Scarecrow was selected by Zinedine. So being the 48 seed, I don't know their specific skill with Pixel Shot. So maybe they are just, like you're saying, trying to eliminate that. But they are coming down about 50 points below average on their qualifier times, or scores, I suppose, compared to Kneiiss. So maybe they think they need just a little bit of execution help.
Yeah. Scarecrow is one of those routing things that you never think about it until it bites you in the ass 2.5 hours into the seed, and you're like, shit, why didn't I do that? So I understand wanting to take that out of the equation immediately, but I really think it's the major choices here where we're looking for key rings. So dungeon, that's 40-something checks in dungeons that are just potential to have more. So on one hand, it strengthens dungeons by making them more density. On the other hand, it also weakens them because there's more trash in them. So it's how do you want to play that at this point?
I think it's safe to say it introduces a lot of variance into a race with keyrings being anywhere. So, you just kind of hoping to stumble upon it. So I do think that our runners will be looking for density plays throughout this race.
Yeah, that's always the real question with these races: density versus, density versus full clearing versus following your hints. But that sort of thing is why we love Rando. Let's be honest.
That's right. The choices we make in the race are what count. And Malin just with $5. So we'll get the song here.
Gonna grab a couple skulls just in case. We will get hinted 40 and 50 directly at the skull house, but 30 is still an always hint on the stones, so you never know. First song check of the day, Lon, we have Song of Time. We started with Suns, we have Song of Time. Frogs 2. Frogs 2 is hiding early. Are we gonna have to head that way? That is a little worrisome.
And grabbing Song of Time, both our racers will run around to the silo and take a peek at that.
You know, Sun sort of changes your routing early, because it does give you access to a bunch of skulls you might normally pass up. It really helps with resetting specific areas just to cut down on travel time. For the moment, we haven't really seen much. We do have a little bit of a split here. Zinedine looks to be walking out of Lon, probably heading up toward Market, maybe going adult. Kneiiss, we're resetting back to Kokiri, and we're heading toward Lost Woods and the Saria song.
Yeah, and perhaps the thought here is, playing towards your songs early in case you do get that Bolero or Requiem with the pre-planted beans. I'm gonna grab a hint up here. Skull Mask is dead. While walking out of the market, Zinedine will do some cat chaining and grab some rupees.
Cat chain. I'm so glad nobody does cat chain anymore. Let Valley Lake Opener die from Season 2, Season 3. No thank you. Well, taking advantage of the Sun Song reset here. Also, looks like we're going to try and knock out Richard the Dog here quickly before doing the rest of Market Adult checks.
Oh, there's our first keyring. I believe that was the Shadow Temple. On the Ocarina minigame.
That is potentially dangerous. That is a check a lot of people like to skip, because let's face it, it's slow. Even after we sped it up about 7 times from the normal vanilla game.
It's a bug in a bottle there for turning in Richard. And resetting time of day again. Going to play some games in the market, perhaps.
Yeah, got all these early checks we want to get out of the way. We also have the hints hiding up at Temple of Time. I'm sure Zini's going to head over there quickly, but a lot of hints very early right here in the area. Alright, now here's the real question. How many times did it take you the first time you did Rando for this one, Hag?
Oh, shooting gallery? Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to cheese it with emulator save states. It was ridiculous. I think I spent way too long on it.
I know I spent well over an hour trying to calibrate my controller right here, but...
Yes, the controller was not doing me any favors, nor my skill.
Requiem there from Saria, that's going to be our... is that the 30 hint? I didn't catch what that hint was.
It was 30, yeah, 30 was Deku Net capacity.
Oh!
He is ZL.
Okay, well, everybody strap in. Hyper, you're not sleeping for a while. ZL, we have guaranteed all dungeons. And I apologize for nothing.
Kokiri Forest is on the path to Volvagia. Well, we got a
Well,
strength
yeah,
and a
that's
wallet.
likely with it. You know, yeah, I would think the strength, but it's certainly possible for the wallet as well.
And that said, Water Temple is foolish.
Alright, that, you honestly can't ask for a much better hint in all dungeons. Don't have to worry about that at all.
And we got our round of hints at TOT. We had Sunsong's Grave is dead. Spirit is on the path to the tower. Claim Check is dead. And Fire Trial is on.
Alright, well. So yes, about those strengths.
And the duplicate of Water Temple Foolish, as Ness will get the song out here at the Colossus. And there is Prelude. That's nice to have. Especially with all dungeons. Could be lots of running about.
That is definitely a help. I do think we're going to see... did we get a peek at the Colossus Arch?
I did not see a studying of the arch, but then again, I am not as keen on my eyesight.
So we might see a quick play here from Kneiiss going right back there to check that. Again, that's the first instance here of the pre-planted beans coming into this race.
And quickly we see both our racers going adult here. So Shadow Temple, Dodongos, Deku, Fire, Jabu Jabu, and Forest. Alright.
Alright. Well, it almost doesn't matter because we have to do everything. But yeah, we do have our stones and medallions. Well, with that strength, we probably see a somewhat early dip into Dodongo's Cavern. A lot of child dungeons it's looking like today.
Looks like a bomb bag in the river.
And Zinedine completely forgetting about pre-planted beans. That would just fly you right up there. So yeah, that is in logic.
Didn't waste too much time, though, getting it on his first try. So early bombs, that's nice to have. Definitely opens up a lot of the seed for you.
Actually, it's a good point brought up. ZL is... Alright, was that the Kokiri Forest hint again? For Zinedine?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, ZL on Ocarina of Time, Water Temple is a stone. That guarantees that we do not need ZL to beat water.
Rudo's on the roof.
So it'll be just a very interesting path through Water Temple today, it looks like.
My left hand is nothing.
I always forget about those rupees down there. Spirit Trial on. Okay, that's 2. Luckily, we don't really need anything different. You might want to get Choose, I don't know. But we will have bow extension, so kind of a toss-up there if you want Choose.
Early explosives as well for Ness here. Picking up bomb chews in the windmill. It's nice to have when you don't have bomb bag.
Big question is how many. There's Nocturne. At least that one's not hiding. Yeah, I did not see what that one was, but my guess is if it was important, Zinedine would have grabbed it. So I'm guessing it's the upper heart piece was junk.
All right. First check with these bombs for Zinedine in the Redead Grotto, while Kneiiss is in the graveyard.
All right, so question from chat: we have Spirit and Fire trials on at the moment. Okay, early dins. We might be heading into Shadow for an early dip, even without being able to complete it.
And the GT keyring.
So
we get our 40 and 50.
Oh,
Fury Sword.
Well, now, okay. So, question from chat: keyrings. Keyrings are an item that have been added to one of the more recent releases of Randomizer, where it puts all of these small keys from each dungeon onto a single item. So if you get that keyring, you have all the keys. It does add a lot more potential checks to dungeons, because there's roughly 45 to 50 small keys in the game. You can also put the boss keys on that keyring as well. I believe that's turned on. So, yeah, that was brought up with the Water Temple. Could just be find the keyring, get the boss, have the boss key go straight to Morpho. We may not have to do anything there, which would be very nice going into that dungeon.
And with 40 skulls hiding the Kakiri sword from us, I mean, it's going to place even more emphasis on getting into those dungeons early. Another keyring.
That's water.
Yeah, the keyring to Water Temple. All right. Fascinating, though, because we don't have any hook shots at the moment. But we're expected to be completing Water Temple fairly early in the seed, I would imagine.
Probably. The only thing we're hard locking is Shadow Temple.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, this is the rare time where Iron Boots will may not be required for Water Temple, because we'll have the boss key. I love some of them small quirks. Nothing from Impa. Kind of little slow here off the start, but that bomb bag might be a big advantage from Zinedine.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine they'll walk out of the graveyard and go up to DC.
Yeah, might stop and check adult archery here like Kneiiss is. We'll have to see. Did we get a look at how many chews Kneiiss found?
I have not seen a number yet. Bombs are in the river.
Yeah, and because of pre-planted beans, those bombs are in logic immediately, so very possible that's your intent. Oh, game's got jokes. Completing adult archery gets you the ability to shoot things with child. Nice. Kneiiss about to get the bad news. It's coming right up here. Kokiri Sword is on 40 skulls. Fortunately, that only locks the 4 skulls in Deku Tree, so there's plenty of other skulls to get out there. But yeah, if you haven't started, now's the time to get going on those skulls. 10 shoes for Kneiiss. So that's plenty to get through Dodongo's Cavern. Also, buy a shield, you cowards. When you have shoes, buy a shield. Well, kind of going back and forth. So, Hag, haven't been on comms with you in a while. What do you think about S7 so far? Well, being able to change it up with some of these settings drafts.
I do think that we had seen a lot of, very standard racing. Obviously, it is the standard settings tournament, but I like the spice that we're adding here, and we're not radically changing the gameplay too much. Just little tweaks here and there. So I think it can play to your strengths, and I think we'll actually see some surprises here in the group stage. It could lead to some exciting finishes. So I'm all for it. What about you, Cubs?
You know, I full disclosure, of course, I was part of the team that came up with these settings.
Sure.
But if the last several seasons of racing, it's been good racing. Don't get me wrong, but the one constant is people were thrilled to get knocked out of the tournament and no longer have to play the tournament settings. So, I mean, yes, the races, especially at the upper end, were great, but is that really that's not really good if you're happy to no longer have to play a particular set of settings because you've been just drilling them for months on end. So I think just a little variety, even if it's only 1 or 2 settings per race, will drastically help break up some of that monotony. And to be frank, if it doesn't, well, the Racemon team will go back, we'll adjust, and we'll see what we can do for next time. We wanted to try something different, break up some of that monotony.
Yeah, and I think it helps from stagnating a scene, like you were saying, or stagnating a competitive environment. There are all kinds of competitive games, like MOBAs that have pick and ban phases, and why not try and bring some of that control and variety into rando racing? It sounds great to me.
Yep, half the battle is just trying things. So for the moment, at least through quals, we definitely had a few that were interesting, to say the least. But no, it's worked out very well so far, I think.
Yeah, a tip of the hat then to our tournament organizers.
So both of them. Well, okay. I was about to say both runners going into DC, Zinedine with of course, the commentator fake out. We already saw this from, don't think he saw it there, but we already saw that was a small chest from Kneiiss. And yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see one of my favorite plays here. Come on, we'll find out after he gets this, after Kneiiss gets this skull. As for those of you who are just coming in and missed it, we have Ocarina of Time holding Zelda's Lullaby, so we are on all dungeons. And Kokiri Sword is on 40 skulls, so start collecting those. Aw, no, not gonna see it. Kneiiss deciding, no, we're not gonna take advantage of the faster speed and push the Armos. Unfortunate. Ah, push the Armos, you cowards. It is 3 times as fast now, at least. Thank you, Rob.
A rather lackluster first half of Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah. The child dungeons don't get, for the most part, don't get the benefit of having the extra checks from not having keys, though at the same time, of course, they're always stronger because of that. But it's just sort of a normal path through DC. It is nice to be able to clear things out and just not have to worry about, can you complete it, do I have to come back later, especially when we have to finish it anyways. So, you need 40 skulls. It's only locking Deku Tree. Which, to be fair, is locking a potential song. How hard are you pushing on skulls here for 40?
Based on what I've seen throughout these tournaments and my own noodling on how best to play through a seed, I would expect you're being fairly aggressive, I would say, with skulls here. I think you're not necessarily going out of the way for skulls that take a long time, but I do think you are playing density with skull checks in mind, or with skull pickups in mind.
I did not catch what... I hate peeking that chest at the top of Dodongo's Cavern. I did not see what that was, did you?
No, I've not a chance.
Well, we'll find out if Kneiiss decides to go for it. Yeah. You know, it's not like it's a hook shot, it's a hammer.
Yeah.
You desperately need to get it early, but...
Ooh.
Okay, there's 2 strengths already. We know we need all 3. Fire Trial is on, but... Definitely, I think you're at least keeping an eye out for skulls, and just... It very much helps that we started with Sun Song, and that takes care of a lot of things you might otherwise have to leave behind.
Yeah, I think with Sun Song, that is a good point. I think with having Sun Song in hand, starting with it, I could see these runners. I could see both these runners pushing skulls pretty early.
All right, there's our answer. It was nothing important for Kneiiss. We're just heading down. He's still got a few chews left. 6 is not great, but you only need to use 1 more here at least. So he'll walk out here with a couple. Coming back here... Oh, we're going to use the extra chew here. But, yeah, you don't see this skull very often. Only when we need that 40 and 50.
I think we see how highly Kneiiss is prioritizing skulls and using a valuable bomb chew when he has not received the bomb bag from River. I believe he's going to be pushing skulls pretty early.
Yeah, bomb bag and bottle... That might be enough to put 40 in right now? I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know if we need Rang or Hookshot as well. Trials on, you will get a light arrow hint, but what it does mean is light arrows can be hinted on the path, since they are required to reach the light arrow hint.
As we watch Kneiiss about to drop down into the boss room here in just a moment, I will note that Kneiiss had banned Overworld Skulls as a choice. Now, I don't know if that is more that they just don't want to introduce all the variants in there, or they just generally don't like making those skull checks. So it is interesting that they are faced with 40 skulls for Kokiri Sword.
Yeah, all you had to do was turn that on, and you probably wouldn't have to deal with Kokiri Sword. You never know. We finally found a boss. 25 minutes in, we're going to beat a dungeon. Unless, of course, someone decides to die to King Dodongo. Who would ever do that?
Who would ever do that?
All hail the great I ate your pie. Alright, Dodongo is down. We found a second strength here. That's really all we found in this dungeon, but it is very nice to find. It is also the Forest Medallion, so that will get us a song. So not gonna complain about that.
Oh, that is a good point. We can't get to the light arrow hint unless we have the light arrows already.
Yes, and that is why light arrows can be hinted as a path hint item.
Oh, since it's path to the tower, that would make sense.
That could be for lights. That could be for something we need for trials. We don't know yet.
That's true. Yeah, it could have strength 3. Yep. All right, into Goron City.
It could be simple as Spirit has Mirror Shield for Spirit Trial, honestly. Because Spirit always has Mirror Shield, right? That's how it works? Yeah, we're still waiting for our third trial hint. I don't really know what could really make things worse at this point. Strength 3 was the only real item that gets put in. Everything else we need for all dungeons, so I don't really know that it's that bad. Zinedine trying to do a strat here to get this skull without needing the hammer. There is a method to do it with hookshot extension. We obviously don't have hookshot. You might be able to use the bow to get that one. I'm not sure if that pushes you in the hitbox or not. But this is definitely there's the skull. We definitely see that Zinidine's putting a pretty high price on these skulls at the moment, going for something like that.
And does manage to collect the skull.
Carp, hint. We don't have time to go into the masterclass on path hits, unfortunately. That's a thesis level course right there.
Ness making a choice of fashion and buying a Goron tunic.
That is potentially our path of fire. We don't know. That wallet was still hiding in Kokiri Forest. And Kneiiss opted to just check for big chest back here. Zinedine says, we have strength 2, we're just going to go back and look. Because there's also a hint back there we want to pick up.
It is a deep.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Graveyard is on the path to tower. Double tap. Just hiding right there in Lostwood. So we have double path to tower. Interesting. Huh. I'll admit, I haven't played with settings that force tower path hints, so I'm not sure what that could be, actually. I guess one is probably strength 3, one is probably lights? Since tower can't hit anything else.
Taking advantage of the pre-planted bean to grab a skull there in Lost Woods.
Oh, were Ganon's castle keys in the graveyard? Did I miss that?
Yes, that is correct. There was a spot carrying to Ganon's castle.
Okay, I saw the water temple one, not the. All right, so we'll just. Yeah, that's probably it.
That was my own ignorance. I wasn't aware that the key rings would be in the path hints.
Graveyard had water temple key rings on Dompe, so unless there was another set of key rings I didn't see.
I believe it was Sunsong's grave that might have had.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. And yeah, we obviously do need those keys if Light Trial is on. Will be confirmed if we get the hint, but we may not even need that now, actually. Ah, yes. Saria's song from the Minuet. Or, excuse me, Epona. I can't read. Epona from Minuet. Oh, we do have access to the fortress area now. Interesting. Ooh. And Kneiiss getting bodied by the Moblin.
Burning Cack is Saria's song. Is the hint there.
So if Frogs 2 has anything now, I'm very concerned. I
Hmm.
think we got a hint, but I'm not sure.
There. I believe that was it.
Oh, well, unfortunate.
Yes, if you're just tuning in, as Hamsta is, welcome to the race here. Bombag was early in River. It has pre-planted beans as a setting, so it was in logic from the get-go.
Just a nice Sphere Zero bomb bag, because, we never see that, right? That never happens. That wasn't a third Spirit Path of Tower hint, was it?
No, I don't believe that was a third.
Okay. Yeah, we've seen Spirit Path of Tower. I just wasn't sure if that was the second or the third hint. Because if that's the third hint... Thank you, Rox. If that's the third hint, then Spirit Double Path of Tower is very interesting. Okay, I know what Kneiiss is doing here. I don't like doing this. Because there's multiple ways to get this skull without a hook shot, and one of them is legal in the standard rule set, one of them is not, and I never remember which is which. So yeah, I'm good never getting this. But very well done. I think we're at 8 skulls for both.
Yeah, 8 was the last check I had seen from Zinedine. And Mito skip here. Come on, Mito, let us through. All right.
Look, if you're doing Mito skip and not shooting him in the face with an arrow as you go by, I don't know what you're doing.
Ooh, Song of Storms. All right.
That is interesting without ZL. It's a large amount of checks. It's got several more because no keys, but do we make that play? I don't know. If there's one NPC I would want dead in this game, it's Mito. Let's be honest. Alright, getting a look here at Wolfos Grotto. I can't remember if... I think we saw this from Kneiiss, but I'm not 100% sure.
I believe we have.
Yeah, it's nothing. Alright. We're pulling out all the hookless skull strats today. Because we want that Kokiri sword. Kneiiss looks like he's had enough of child or adult, and we're gonna head back to child. Where do we go? Where do you go as if you go back child right now?
Right. So I think we're gonna take Song of Storms and check out the well. I think is what I would do, but it's interesting because he hasn't been to River yet, so. And because he picked pre-planted beans, I was wondering if he was going to deprioritize River, which might be biting him a little bit since those bombs are available Sphere Zero with the pre-planted beans in Logic.
I'm wondering if we might save quit and go hit the Storms Grottos first, because we do have Nocturne. We can just get right back there. Although, neither racer did Dompe, right? So Kneiiss does have Dompe time if he wants to head over to Graveyard right now. Dompe time is so weird in this game. It turns night at 6 o'clock. Dompe appears at 6:01 for reasons. So yeah, it's one of those, if you play Sunsong to make it night and you go too early, you can get into night in CAC and not be able to go to get Dompe because he hadn't spawned yet. 601 is just so random.
Well, he has to brush his teeth before starting his.
Look, there is the simple fact that the kid blocks you from opening graves during. Yeah, the kid blocks you from opening graves during the day, saying, "Hey, I'll tell Dompe," and Dompe himself doesn't give a shit. He can stand right in front of an open grave. He doesn't care. So Kneiiss Kneiiss did not get the child child market checks.
Yeah, our early game has been a little bit dry as far as immediate next progression. We have found some nice items and some key rings, but there's not a ton we can do with it at the moment. I am curious how they're going to approach this early middle game section here with their next child piece.
The lullaby hint was at Castle Grounds, wasn't it?
Yes, and there was a duplicate though, so I think both runners now know.
Well, if not, Kneiiss may find it right here. Yeah, if he's going to get the skull, he hasn't been over here yet. Oh, the duplicate is in River, so no, Kneiiss is about to learn that.
All right, so this will be news for them. Oh, eyebrows raised in a bit of consternation from us there.
Yeah, now it's just go everywhere as fast as possible. Zinedine taking advantage of the Dompe time, gonna head over there. Nothing in shoe bowling, so that at least isn't biting Kneiiss from not having the bomb bag. So yeah, it does appear we're going to. I would assume if Zinidine's coming here, we're going to the well here in a moment.
Nothing on Dompe digging.
I don't think there's nothing left in graveyard. All that's left is the song is Royal Tomb. So until we get ZL, yeah, it looks like it might be those Ganon's Castle keys.
Ooh, using their last bomb chew on the Boulder of Destiny.
And not paid out, unfortunately. Though you are still on 3 hearts, so a little bit of health is not the worst thing in the world. What is the right amount of health to you?
I want to be comfortable with Vivaggio at Tunicless, and so was that 5 hearts?
Does that change with a bottle for you?
With the bottle. Well, for me, I still want as much health as possible. For racers, I could see that definitely changing. I could see with the bottle them being comfortable, basically 3 or 4 for most of the run.
5 is the magic number for me, just because Iron Knuckles like to troll.
Fair enough.
If you walk into double defense, then you can stick with 4. But yeah, I've had enough issues with those Iron Knuckles over the years. 1 pixel off, and you meet an axe. All right, 10 skulls. We did get a hint that Bigoran is dead, right?
Yeah. Well, the claim check is nothing. Yep.
Okay. Well, so the momentary panic of the eye drops and I can't reset now. I can't save scum. What do I do? At least goes out the window. Getting eye drops or eyeball frog changes your routing immensely if you have to go turn that in or if you don't know.
It does look like both of our runners will be into the well here eventually.
There's no key ring. Or yeah, without the key ring, we can't get a couple of checks, but we can at least peek 2 of them.
Yeah, with the number of peaks that we have in the well.
And we do have bomb bags, so we can get... Why are we dropping the bugs here? I'm not sure. Kneiiss must have said the wrong button. We can still get the basement with the bomb bag, or even with the Deku stick trick. So that one at least isn't locked behind having keys.
Yeah, I would definitely put. I mean, definitely put Zinedine in a slight advantage here, coming into the well with bomb bag. But of course, how the chest layout is part of the rando experience. So we won't know if that advantage translates into an actual lead. Ah, there is a big chest.
Oh. Another bottle. You know, gone are the days where you could go into the well and immediately see how much it lags to know whether there was anything good in here. That looks like a big chest. Is that sticking out? No, it's not. It's always hard for me to tell if the chest is sticking out of that pile of garbage there. All right, the one fun chest here, or the item here in well that is always in logic. The old crypt key. You know, on 3 hearts, I'd be tempted to get double defense here.
Probably just an automatic reaction to just pass up on a non-major item. But I agree with you. I think it might be worth it, because then you could definitely, not have to worry about picking up any more hearts.
Well, we have a key ring. Forest Temple keyring.
It includes the boss key. Okay, wait, is that always? Is
yes.
That? I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, all key rings include boss keys in for S7.
It's a new season for everybody, folks. So
yeah. Yeah, there was a minor bug found with how boss keys interact with certain key combos, so that was just a easy way to take care of that.
Fair enough.
So where do we go next? Okay, looks like we're going for Storm's Grottos now.
Yeah, I'm becoming a bit concerned. I guess we do have Rudo's letter, but we don't have ZL. God, what's going on here?
Something is locking us at the moment.
Yeah, I think these Storm's Grottos might be a very good choice.
Oh, target in the woods. We haven't seen wood archery yet.
That is a very good point. Picking up the slingshot from adult shooting.
Zoro with the raid. Thank you very much. Zoro, one of our French restreamers for this tournament. So, please keep an eye out on for the French restreams. Oh.
Cack Path of Bongo Bongo. So what have we found there?
Wasn't Nocturne?
Eating a death there in the well.
Nocturne? No, Nocturne wasn't the it wasn't the windmill song, was it?
Let's see. I forgot. Awful. Yeah, Nocturne was a windmill song. Okay, so that is covered.
Alright, that is very likely our Path of Shadow. Because Lost Woods was Hover Boots. Oh yeah, Din's was Redeg Grotto as well. So either of those could be.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like the path for Zinedine right now is grab those skulls. Domain is one of our foolish locations. So that Riddle's letter is important, of course, but not exactly driving us there.
Ooh, was it out of money? They weren't able to make that check, or did I miss that?
Yeah, he's got 11 rupees. I don't remember if Kneiiss went and got that earlier. I don't think we've seen it.
Ooh, orphaning, it's always scary to orphan a check as child. I mean, if you are not familiar with the OoTR scene, you spend most of your time as adult, and you want to try to minimize your time as child as little as possible.
Well, and at least it isn't terrible in these settings because you can always just save warp straight back there.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying to be sure, but it at least isn't the worst thing in the world. But definitely going to be in the back of your mind until if and when you go back there. We are getting the child spirit play. We have not seen this yet. This might be the answer for the moment.
Yeah, it could be still lacking explosives on Ness's part. That is really hindering them at the moment, I believe.
I mean, you can understand that at some point you'd expect to find more chews, another bomb bag. So I can understand leaving part of River out. Hey, I bet you'd like to have more sticks.
Doesn't everyone like to have more sticks?
Yeah, not quite more bombs, but more sticks is nice. Alright, nothing there. Now, we haven't seen the keyring for Spirit, so we might be locked out. In fact, we're probably locked out, but, okay, that camera did a thing there. Yeah, it looks like Child Spirit has nothing. I couldn't get a look at that chest, but Kneiiss is choosing not to go there. Leaving the skull behind, though.
Yeah, it is curious. They're already up to 18 skulls, but not going to spend that 45, 50 seconds there to get the other one.
Yep. I think it's close in terms of is 40 skulls in logic, so it might be go get Kokiri's sword. That might be the answer at the moment.
Yep. Several checks always awaiting our runners in the Deku tree. It's a very quick, dense place. Always a favorite to go clear out. Even occasionally when it is stone. Not quite to the level of DC, but lots of people like to clear out Deku tree.
And it's got a bunch of quick, easy skulls. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, it's annoying when something like Kokiri's sword or Hookshot is on skulls, because that's a lot of skulls that are normally pretty free to get that you count on getting in these situations. You can't get to Deku Tree. You can't get to Forest Temple. You might not even be able to get to Fire Temple in some settings without Song, so that really messes with skull routing. Zinedine's gonna get his Requiem. I assume play it immediately and go get... Yeah, oh, he doesn't have Prelude. You know, Cola in chat, good point. We have Epona. We can go do GTG. Or at least a majority of it. Horseback archery is out there too, so yeah, Fortress GTG might be the answer right now.
A premier runner in chat helping us out with the play. I do like the call to go over to the Gerudo area.
Zinedine deciding to go back for the scrub. I don't blame him. Okay, sort of a sale on money? Sort of, I guess. I mean, we can buy a Zora tunic now if we really need one. Yeah, we're in kind of a weird spot right now where we don't have a ton of direction.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start picking out some of the less desirable routing choices here, perhaps.
Well, we have bombs and Song of Time, so right side of the maze is open.
Yeah, I do think GTG is being a little bit overlooked, but we shall see what happens after this child section for both of our runners. Prelude picked up there by Zinedine. They'll be happy to have that in their pocket. And back in, they'll go to learn the bad news about Child Spirit. Because of where Bonus was. Oh.
Well, we know Sara is on Nocturne, so Minuet is going to be our access to Epona then.
I think even it not being in logic, I do think at this point there is merit in scoping it out. I do wonder where it could be.
Nobody went to get the Bolero song.
It's true.
Even with Hubbers. Ooh. Zinedine missing flame storage on the torch. Well, that's not even flame storage, actually. Just missed the torch in general. But yeah, Bolero could be Minuet, and that could be... That could open most of the seed with Epona. No. Zinedine has had enough of being young. We're going back adult. I'm not sure where we go. I think it has to be either Bolero check or Fortress GTG at this point. Yeah, we're an hour in, and it feels like we're almost out of locations to go to.
We have not seen Lab. We have not seen Lake at all.
Which is probably intentional on Kneiiss's part, having selected the pre-planted beans, because he hasn't gone there or river. You know?
Yeah, I do think that strategy is part and parcel with the selection there by Kneiiss there.
No,
and
I was gonna say we both missed the obvious. We have strength too.
It's true. We don't have any keys.
Yeah, but well, we can't get the compass check, so it's just the one and the skull.
Beggars can't be choosers at the moment, though. We're scraping by for every last possible check. And skull, for that matter.
It feels like you only make this play if you're going to Fortress GTG next. I just want to point out, we saw Kneiiss actually destroy the boulder with a bomb flower as child, as the devs intended you to do. You don't see that very often in Rando. Yeah, 40 is very close at the moment. Because we do have several skulls available in fire. I don't know.
A very good point. We may, yeah, staying in logic here could produce the hook shot for us, because we do know that it is a ZL-less water temple, but water temple locks ZL, so we're gonna need the hook shots before ZL.
Water is also barren, which is very nice, and we have the boss key, so it's just go in and get out once we have long shot.
Regardless of Zinedine's next choice here, which looks to be reversing the wasteland, we do know that a very critical piece of gear for Kneiiss lies in the river. The bomb bag has been sitting there in Sphere 0 with pre-planted beans from the beginning of the seed.
Yeah. And leaving behind both grottos here in field. No, new hint. Ah, never mind. Dupe. Claim check dead. Yep, we're looking for more bombs there. Valley Lake. We have not seen Valley Lake. I swear to God, if the boomer strategy pays off.
You pick Free Scarecrow, which deprioritizes Valley Lake, and you're gonna have to wind up doing it anyway.
Yeah. Well, 1 hour in. Hag, I haven't been in the booth in a while. I appreciate you being here with me for carrying my ass through the seed so far. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for joining us, Cubs, for season 7 action.
Real heroes behind the screen are 2 trackers today, Palm and Lady Draco. Of course, the runners, Zinedine and Kneiiss. Please give them both a follow if you haven't already. The one schmuck on comms, don't worry about him. Hag is a great follow. Go give him a follow. He's fine. He's great.
Ooh, if Variant Sudoku is up your alley, well, then have a good channel for you. Anyway, shout out to Mr. Carp in chat, my Sudoku brother in arms. As we see Zinedine freeing the Carpenter.
Who's winning at the moment is very hard to tell. I don't even know if I'd say chat is winning. It's not the ridiculous kind of fun seed like that. No, it's... I think you can say Zinedine is in a better place at the moment with the bomb bag that Kneiiss doesn't have.
Yeah, definitely the advantage. But as we were saying, without the actual items to take advantage of it, it's not exactly translated into a lead, like a strong lead.
Well, we are going toward Fortress GTG at the moment. Yeah, we're doing the scum inside. We're gonna do Fortress first. I always end up coming to do Fortress first when I come here. What do you do, Fortress, or do you do GTG first?
I like checking Fortress first. Just a matter of preference.
Yeah, it helps that we can actually clear Fortress entirely at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't always happen. I wouldn't trust that. I can't see that. I wouldn't trust that.
My thoughts are always, before I go into a dungeon like GGG, do I have everything I need to clear the dungeon? And if the answer is no, well then if there's something in the surrounding area, I will go check that first.
Yeah, there's the other CAC Path of Bongo hint. And a little bit of fancy skull collecting here from Kneiiss. Getting this one without the ring.
Lining it up. Ooh.
Yeah, you have to jump slash so much later than you expect to get this. It doesn't make any sense how late you have to jump slash in order to get that. Kind of drives me crazy there.
All right, HBA.
Zinedine doing it correct. Pots first in horseback archery. Always pots first. If you don't do pots first, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, Kneiiss has seemingly made up his mind. We're going for that Kokiri sword right now.
1570. That's good enough for both items here.
25 already for Kneiiss. Well, there we go. That might be our answer. Magic, we have Dins. That opens up a decent, or most of Shadow Temple.
Yeah, a lot of checks that can be now made.
That might be our answer, yes.
Still out of logic, but if Bolero does have Minuet, it snaps it all back into place.
Well, Thunder...
I'm thinking...
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're at the point where you have to think about that, because how much else do we have? You have to go into Shadow, I think. And maybe pray you walk into Furor's Wind or something.
It's a bit of an awkward spot to be in without having checked Bolero here. I'm of two minds, you know. Do you save time by, you know, by working out the logic there with that magic, or do you just go for the checks and just hope it turns out because of density? I mean, it's, or do you just try to read that the most likely spot for Minuet is on the Bolero check and you kind of shortcut it? It's very, very interesting to me to see how these runners approach this race.
That's the problem. You're banking at the moment on Minuet being at Bolero.
Yeah.
If it's not, oh. Well, that was at least a big chest in the middle.
Yeah.
A big chest up top. All right, that one we can get to. That's the statue chest.
GTG with a couple of goodies hiding behind, with one goodie hiding behind the keyring, at least.
So, if you really want to be evil, Forest Axis could be that Nocturne. Or it could be the Saria on Nocturne. That is possible.
So we would need fire and deck. So we'd need 40 skulls before. Oh, good lord! Wait.
And a hammer. Yeah, that is possible. Is it? You're hoping it's not, but that is out there.
Oh, that is a gross intended path.
I mean, that's Rando in a nutshell. That's why we're all here. I think even without strength 2, you do hookless here. Because you just have... What else do you have left at this point? I mean, Zinedine has the ability to dip into Shadow Temple, but that's not a great play either.
Yeah, I could see if you didn't know that chest was big, that you could avoid hookshotless here. But with knowledge, I think it changes your play.
Today I'm learning there's actually a setup for hookshotless. I did not know there was a setup for this.
Oh, something I had over Cubs.
I know, I just wing it. Oh, there it is.
20 skulls. Wow, farming skulls pays off for Ness. That's big. That's big, big.
Okay, so that puts 40 in. That has to put 40 in. I don't see how it can't. Yeah, on that, you know, Cole will talk about the 20 skull hook. I'll never forget when we used to do the Plando draft races. The first one we ever did, Axe putting a hook shot on 20 skulls and causing ATZ to have a rant on stream over that. Oh, I miss those races. Those are always fun.
Pick up bomb bag. Oh wow. Okay, I think I do agree that the advantage is now going to flip over Ness's side.
The only thing I think that it could swap right back if second hook is here in GTG.
That is fair. That is fair.
And that is absolutely possible at this point.
All right, Cubs, if you're in a race situation, and you're an hour and 8 minutes in, and you see Bombag on a Sphere Zero check that you basically devalued, what is your thought process now?
There's a bunch of words that come out of my mouth that are probably not safe for this restream. Well, no, this restream is fine. Most restreams. No, absolutely. It's... Well, fuck. Could have had that 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, I wonder if you just keep plugging along. He does have the added benefit of knowing that, you know, they farmed 20 skulls pretty hard and they got a hookshot out of it. So I wouldn't feel too bad about my choice exactly, but it does leave you wondering, you know, did my opponent do the very same thing? Oh, small keyring here.
Fire Temple.
Okay.
So Spirit is the only one we don't have at this point.
Okay, so this can't be... Burning Cat can't be the access that we were talking about because the keyring for fire is in...
Yeah.
is in GTG.
Oh, no, it can be.
Oh.
Where is second hook? That's the question.
Okay. God. Man, these settings are fun. I think I like the quirks that we're introducing here.
Yeah. I will always like bringing the puzzle aspect back. Because let's face it, people have gotten so good at this game that tournament settings of the past kind of lost the puzzle aspect because people were just that good. I love having that part back. Iron Boots.
Womp womp, a little bit.
That's a little unfortunate because you were hoping to not have to see those.
It is access to Water Temple, though.
Yeah, it does help, but that takes the fun out of... Well, you at least don't have to find 2 scales now. Now, we still need that long shot before Iron Boots mean anything.
It's true.
Well... No, cause Iron Boots can't be locking long shot. Oh, we have more small keys. Spear, okay, we have all the required small keys in the game.
Oh, that's nice. I wonder... We didn't play Requiem immediately. Thinking about it.
Well,
Thinking hard. All right. Back out. Now going to decide to...
Getting skulls.
Oh, skulls. Okay. Yep.
Well, yeah, because you can get the 1 skull here without a hookshot.
A trick allowed now in Season 7 is the King Zora skip, as we're seeing Kneiiss set up for on the right side of your screen.
I don't like this version of the setup. I still do the original version. It's slower, but it's more consistent to me.
As a tournament organizer, could you just briefly go over what in your opinion makes it okay for a trick to be allowed or disallowed in standard settings?
We don't have time for that one, unfortunately.
Heuristic at all? Is it just a matter of fact that King Zora skip has been around for so many months or years now that it's okay to bring in, or is it just like, is there anything at all you can give us?
Personally, it's hard. Everything is I think things have to be looked at in a vacuum. Because I know we like to try to have things consistent, like a speedrunning rule set, for example, but everything changes.
Right.
I mean, there are certain settings where King Zora skip doesn't mean anything.
Sure.
Then you get dungeon entrance rando, and it's almost required.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so hard to come up with hard and fast work in every situation decisions, because with rando, everything changes so much based on the settings you're using.
Fair enough, and I appreciate the insight into the thought process behind setting a tournament. 30 skulls now for Kneiiss. They're 10 away from getting that Akiri sword.
I'll also say I'm the weird one who wants Open Bridge to be a part of every tournament. I'm the one who likes stuff like Ganon's Castle and routing choices and options being a thing. So take that with a grain of salt when it comes to things that I like. Do we know where Zinedine is at on skulls? I don't think he's at 20 yet.
And they may have stalled out around the 18 mark. I believe that was the last number I saw.
All right, he has 20.
Okay.
I understand going to Spirit here. I might, because you have Requiem, I might have gone to turn in 20 skulls then. Because, let's face it, coming here without a hookshot sucks. Plus, there's several skulls in here that hookshot makes so much easier to get. I hate this. I hate this strat. It's less bad without a mirror shield, but I hate it so much. Great way to soft lock yourself, kids. Do that with the mirror shield. Great way. I will always be against that strat. I'm sorry. Done on restream, Zeph.
Alright, Spirit Temple and Ice Cavern are play at the moment. Not a big chest there, unfortunately. But another skull here for Zinedine. $21.
You know, it's not using your shield there, it's getting hit by the Floor Master. That can knock you in a position where it hits the sun. Alright, so Kneiiss hasn't really found anything in ice. The glitchless jumps in here, I keep telling myself one day I'll actually sit down and learn these. No, just give me a bomb bag, I'm lazy.
Oh, there's something that I taught myself how to do, but it still takes me just, ages to get them. I just wanted to look cool. I just wanted to be able to feel the swag for a moment.
This is what, 32 skulls now for Kneiiss?
Yeah. 32.
I have to think we're going to Forest next, and that will put us almost to 40.
I wonder when we'll run back over to the Bolero check. I guess it could be here at the end of Ice Cavern. That would be a nice pickup for sure.
Thunder, that soft lock was fixed. That's no longer a thing. Dins on white bubbles does not crash the game in rando. It's stupid that it crashed the game in the first place, let's be honest.
Wow, it is Bolero. So, not the logical way of getting this song choice. Oh, let's go
game!
Gauntlet.
What the fuck? It's always strength 3 in Spirit. Always. What the fuck? Yeah, that's been fixed since like 6.2 or 7.0? I forget.
I think Kneiiss actually has a nice lead now. He's going to... Yeah, picking up Minuet. Yeah, this is actually a lot of walking time that he's going to cut down now.
Zinedine
may not
he's
do.
Well, he's going to get his hook.
It's fair.
Yeah.
We have a left hand as well. Yeah, both hands are dead.
So, the only tower potential item left is lights. Excuse me.
There's hook shot for Zinedine. All right, what do you do with it now? A little bit of a stutter step there as they were deciding.
Shadow. Yeah.
Into Shadow.
Oh, Kneiiss doesn't have magic yet. I forgot about that.
That's right. No magic, so no Shadow entry.
There you go. That is the correct answer.
Ooh, heads up play there. Gonna go grab that skull before entering in the Forest Temple.
So Kneiiss should have, assuming he gets everything here, will have 38 by the time he's done. So, could just go straight for 40. I don't know what else you would do at this point.
Yeah, probably dictated by if there's anything valuable within the Forest Temple itself.
I think the only reason you would go here first is because it's all dungeons and you just push the block. You have to do it anyways. And going to do forest doesn't get you ZL. So, I think since you have in this situation Nocturne, I don't think it's a bad thing to just go as far as you can. Long shot doesn't help you clear Shadow, though. I think it's fine to go as far as you can and push the block. Yeah, Zinedine has they both have forest keys. Zinedine has fire and spirit that Kneiiss doesn't have at the moment. Strength. Strength was Path of Tower. It's also potentially Path of Fire. But at the same time, we found both Strength and Wallet in Kokiri Forest Path of Fire. And either of those could be for Fire. We still haven't had Spirit Trial or Light Trial confirmed on, but it's very likely. Whoops. Zinedine kind of forgot something there. Yeah, it's very likely that Light Trial is on, but we have not had that confirmed yet. No, we've only seen Fire and Spirit Trial on. We got Ganon's Castle keyring in an area where it's Path of Tower, so it's possible. Ooh, big chest up there. But it is entirely possible that ZL is locking light arrows in the graveyard still. So that could still be a thing.
A big chest and Forest Temple could just, could be compounding things in Ness's favor. Oh, big chest in Spirit. Did I speak too soon? No.
Bottle percent. Also,
Another
2
bottle.
green potions. That's not as helpful in this game as it is in other Zelda games, unfortunately. You do need Strength 3 for Fire Trial, yes. This room. Oh, always... The potential for soft locking on the big Skulltula might be one of my favorite in this game. Forest Trial does not have a key. Only Light Trial has keys in Ganon's castle. In non-Master Quest. So going through Forest, we haven't really seen... We saw the one big chest. Oh! 1 pixel off. Unfortunate.
Close but no cigar.
Yep, one chance at the Forbidden Tech.
Ooh, another big chest in shadow. Oh, long shot. Okay. That's nice.
So, required double dip into shadow. Nice. Hard required double dip into shadow.
Yes, because if you are unaware, just now joining us in the past few minutes, we have Zelda's Lullaby on the Ocarina of Time, and Water Temple is a stone.
Yep, Hammer is all that's left for us to be able to get to ZL at the moment. So Zinedine in Shadow, Kneiiss in Forest. If you're Kneiiss, you get through Forest, or you have a big chest coming up, so it may change in about 30 seconds. You haven't found much here. Where do you go after this?
I think I would be playing Requiem. I don't know if I revert. We'll see. I think I would go to G actually. But I don't know if that would be via reversing or...
Well, there's Mirror Shield in Shadow.
Okay. Sorry,
and a rock. Assuming we find nothing else, I think Kneiiss will be at 38 skulls. I think we have to go Deku over Kneiiss.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot. Yes, I forgot.
Zinedine, I disagree with this from Zinedine. I absolutely disagree with that from Zinedine. I think if you're gonna go that deep, if you go that deep in Shadow, you go all the way and push the block. I disagree with that. I understand bailing out and going to get ZL, but having to go through the first half of Shadow a second time, I don't like that play. We'll see what happens, but at least Zinedine has the ability to get ZL at this point, so I'm assuming he'll end up going straight back there.
Yeah, I agree with you. Without magic, it makes going a little bit worse, for sure. You've got 38 skulls. You've committed to the skull route. Pick up your 40. Get the Kakiri sword. I do agree that this is going to be his most likely play. Big chest in Forest Temple. Wow, Forest or Shadow, you've been met with a bunch of big chests. Huh.
You know, not upset. I would have liked to have seen it a little sooner, but not upset to see it.
Right.
So what do we even need at this point? We need a hammer. Uh-oh.
Just a slight hiccup there on Zinedine Zoom. We're back up and running.
All right. I would go ahead and refresh just to be safe. I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah. So okay, we need hammer. We need lights.
We need rain.
And 40 skulls. Alright. That's not too bad. Yep, this is the, this is one of those times. It feels like a nap in the middle of the race, but where you go next? Yeah, where you go next may change everything.
That's true. Yeah. I think we really are. I mean, it's funny to say we have a lot of our kit now, but we are still looking for a little bit of direction, just a little bit.
Little bit of danger here for Zinedine. I mean, obviously, you have to beat Spirit to get ZL, but then there's a thought of, when do I go back for the ZL checks in Spirit?
Oof, that's falling on almost never. Which is a scary thought.
Yeah. In hindsight, obviously, getting the Furor's win from Forest would be very helpful here, but that's one of those that's gonna stick in the back of your head. Just it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, at first I was thinking it was the early hook pickup that was going to be a factor, but Bolero at the end of Ice Cavern into Minuet into Forest Temple has been very, very profitable with that Furor's Wind, I would say, for now. So I think that is giving them an advantage here. Although they do have to go into Shadow Temple to get required items. Oh, another big chest, man. Dungeons have been absolutely stacked. That's what the power of the keyring setting does for dungeons.
Yeah. I believe you are correct with that, Zeph. Fire was in Silver Block Room in GTG. So, the 3 trials just refers to having 3 trials on in Ganon's Castle. In most races, trials are off. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, we need those. So, by the way, yes, that's also Passive Tower for Spirit Temple. Spirit Passive Tower for Strength 3 and Light Arrows. Game's got jokes. You know, that's what I thought I saw 3 Spirit Temple Passive Tower hints. And if so, that explains it.
So there you go.
And that also would explain Kneiiss pushing hard in Spirit right now instead of just finishing it.
Alright, we're in the basement of Forest and on the way to Twin Rova.
Alright, well, speaking of Iron Knuckles trolling, hey, an Iron Knuckle trolling. So this should be 38 for Kneiiss. Yep. I'm sorry, Fox. I can't let you do that. It is funny getting the Starwolf music with the flying boss. Double. Are we getting a triple?
Could it be?
No. It looked like it for a moment, but no triple. I want to see a clip of that actually happening and why you know that. Taking damage if I want to know how you know that you take damage if Twin Robo flies into you. No, I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I want to see the clip where you learn that. Because that sounds like a good clip right there.
Phantom Ganon being a bit of a pest.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, he's a terrible fake. Even Ganon says that. Alright, Starwolf round 2. Alright, Phantom Ganon down. Twin Robo will be down shortly. You have to think Zinedine's going straight to Water Temple. I don't believe we have Serenade.
No, we do not have Serenade at the moment.
And there goes Twin Robo.
Robo down. Alright, we can do a bit of a race recap here. Both of our runners now with 2 meds and 1 stone being a freebie. But the story. Oh, so yeah, I think that is the 4th Spirit Trial to Ganon's Tower hint there. Then Cubs.
Yeah.
So you had seen 30, so that is the 4th. Anyway, we started off pretty dry in the seed. Really looking for answers, and I would say things finally started picking up. Business started picking up whenever we found that 40 skulls had the Kakiri sword, and then we had to farm 20 to get the hook shot. So that's really been a big inflection point. Turning in your 20 skulls, getting that hook shot. Magic is at horseback archery, which has allowed Zinedine to enter Shadow Temple.
Oh, we did just get light trial confirmed, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, that hint did say light trial was the last trial on.
So, Zinedine, I assume we're going straight to Water Temple here? There's no reason to do anything in water unless you really want to try and grab a couple skulls? I don't think you do. Are we getting a bug? Oh no, we're doing pose. We're doing pose and field.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we will be able to clear out the rest of the field as well on our way to water.
So here's 39 for Kneiiss. He'll get 40 inside of CAC, and I assume we're off to Decatry. Well, we have not seen most of the field yet, so... Are iron boots important? No, they are not.
And there is the aptly named final skull, last skull. And that is Kakiri sword. Boom. All right.
And immediately back child for Kneiiss. No, not immediately back child. Oh, I guess we're going to do fire. No, we can't do fire. Where are we going? What are we doing here? Ah. Has either character done this grotto?
I believe Zinedine has.
Okay, I
Yes.
could not remember.
Yeah, that's where we got the burning cack hint.
I do like clearing out the rest of the field on the way to Water Temple. The Graveyard Path of Tower hint. That's just for the key ring we got.
It's so interesting to me that you would stay adult after prioritizing the skulls when there might be a couple more occasional skulls you could find here.
I can see it as kind of a cover your ass play, but I do think that I agree. If I got Kokiri Sword, I would rush Child and go to Deku Tree.
Our first scale.
Yes, the BizHawk special of why is this bar on the top of my screen in the wasteland? I will never understand what's going on with that.
Alright. Our first look at Adult Lake as well. We know that Water Temple is foolish, so you may as well knock out a couple of these checks.
We have
that hammer.
I was gonna say we haven't seen this yet at all. No, neither character has neither racer has been to Adult Lake, and it was open immediately thanks to that. Thanks to that.
Bean. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, what's the verdict on Lab Dive? Alright, some crucial pickups coming here for Ness over in the Gerudo Fortress area. Be some key rings, gonna be magic, which is going to spur them onto Shadow Temple. Oh no, didn't turn in the Lab Dive check. Oh, Zinedine.
I agree. I think you do Lab Dive here. I think that's just that's a bit of race brain saying I want to get to Water Temple and get ZL as fast as possible. So, adult fishing, new check. Yes, fish sanity is in the works. It is not
Hmm.
here yet, so no, it will not be turned on for this race.
We'll time the lunker in for $20.
Like I say, I'm enjoying that we have the blue mirror shield on Zinedine, we have the white magic on Kneiiss. Those are always my colors. I'm very happy with this. Yeah, this is just a quick dip in the water and out, and Zinedine will have his ZL. There is the big chest inside of the GTG maze that is concerning still, so we are still on the lookout for potentially for GTG small keys. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, Blinking, you may miss it here. Trapping against the door. Are we gonna get a clean kill here on Morpha? Oh.
So say quick spin at that point and see if you can just. You're 1 or 2 hits away. Just quick spin and see if you can finish it off.
Squirts away from him. Have to wait in the corner here.
Look, we just wanted to hear more Star Wolf music. That's all. Yes, we do know GTG has both the fire and spirit key rings, so that will be good for Kneiiss. I still think we have to go do Deku sooner rather than later. You put in all that time to get the hook shot. I think we have, or to get the Kokiri sword. I think we have to go.
All right, important key ring pickup here, though.
I mean, I don't have to imagine that, Sean. Just don't do it. Problem solved. All right, shooting the sun. I think that was a Deku Nut. I did not see it.
Lightning fast for me.
But grabbing another skull might end up going back for lab dive now to get that skull. That might push Zinedine in that direction. Nope, we're out. Yeah, it's get ZL and then I assume back to Shadow.
Yeah, the issue, Cubs, is that they completed the lab dive, but they didn't turn in the check.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought they just straight didn't go.
No, they've just completely completed it in their brain, but not in practice. Yep.
That's the good old race brain right there.
Which, while it is a part of racing, you never want to see that be a determining factor. So we'll just keep it in the back of our mind and hope that it is nothing truly vital to this race.
So something you don't see very often in Rando anymore. Walking out of Temple of Time to go get ZL. Because it's slow. But yeah, we don't have Serenade. We don't have a choice.
I always thought it was wild the first time I learned that playing Serenade was the quickest way to get out of the market there, and that just goes, everything is optimized. It's wonderful.
Oh, it helps that we removed most of the owl cutscenes, so without that, no, it is faster to walk.
And we'll teach ourselves Zelda's Lullaby.
And pick up a useless blue potato. Although, fun fact, you can get the blue potato very early in these settings. All you have to do is walk out of Kokiri Forest and you get yourself a blue potato. Oh. Okay. Well, I thought we were gonna go finish off, Royal Tomb, but no, it just, we kind of forgot we're a child. We need to be adult. That is helpful to get into Shadow Temple.
Yeah, I actually thought for a moment we might have been seeing clearing out the well, but yeah, just go adult. Get Shadow done.
Yeah, there is still that. It's only 2 checks in well.
Yeah, it's true. And with our fast travel options, we have Prelude, we have Nocturne. If you need to go do it, it's not going to cost a ton of time. It is another age change, though.
Mir was in the Shadow Temple Crusher room.
Wildly, Ness is still adult.
I guess I get it after getting the Spirit Keys.
Yeah.
Although we don't have Mirror Shield, so
yeah,
we don't have Mirror Shield. I mean, I get not going to Shadow when you don't have ZL if you're trying to single dip that. I don't know. I still would have been in Deku 20 minutes ago. You know, Zinedine, we gotta have a talk about this music selection. Little bit late in the year for this song. Just saying.
Well, and a happy new year to you, Cubs.
Yes, we did take a break from on ZSR, but we came back yesterday. That was the opportunity to wish people a happy new year.
Yeah, Zinedine was I think Zinedine was hoping to find Bolero there in the Royal Tomb.
Rob, I never get to hear any of my holiday songs. There aren't that many Hanukkah songs out there. Come on. I gotta sit through 2 months of Christmas songs. I never get to hear Hanukkah songs. Boo. I mean, let's face it, most of them are written by Adam Sandler. That's the problem. Alright, so we at least get to skip a decent chunk of Shadow. We've done most of it. So I think
not to belabor the point. Oh, yeah, not to belabor the point, but we're in Spirit Temple right now, and this is the talk we had about over collection, where yes, you aren't spending the time to collect these skulls, but the opportunity cost of the earlier skulls that you had collected.
Yeah.
There are quicker skulls to be had here, so it's just an interesting choice. Sometimes you kind of get locked into a focus mode, and yeah, picking up the Spirit Key Ring that might have changed your course of action here and just kind of making things even less efficient for you.
So, getting through Shadow, yeah, I guess we didn't lose that much time by not going to the shortcut. I don't know, I still think I would have gone to the shortcut earlier. Well, depending on what this is, then yes, maybe we would have wanted to come here sooner.
This is Hammer. Good lord.
Look, results drive everything we do in this game, let's be honest. The correct choice is always determined after the fact.
It's very true, yeah.
That's 29 for Zinedine. He's getting close. Yes, doors and songs are the real final boss. Alright, we have this chest hiding on us. And, well, we can always use another bow.
Double fist my drinks, but not too often my bows.
This little bit of this room without iron boots, it always feels so satisfying, this little strat here.
Ooh, another key ring. Shadow Temple.
That's the GTG keyring. Alright.
Ooh, okay. Oh my god.
What is this shadow? Hey, we wasted $200 earlier. Let's go. No, we're missing the well keyring at this point. Which, I don't know how much that matters. It only really locks one check that we haven't seen. But knowing this game, that's probably going to end up being Boomerang or something.
And now, revving up the boat's bells with Zelda's Lullaby. Take a nice trip.
Alright,
A
30
lovely
skulls.
cruise.
Just, you know, it's one of the few chances we get for a bathroom break in this game. Just, don't forget. I don't want to talk about how many times I've fallen into the moat. I don't want to talk about it. No, we are not. We are not. Okay, I thought we were doing bell strats for a minute. I'm like, we are not doing bell strats. Do not.
As to be so bold. But Ness is in Shadow Temple now, so they will be learning just how juicy a place this is. Then I think you'd have to imagine they're gonna go
The question, I mean,
to Water
again,
Temple with that long shot.
yeah, I would go all the way to the shortcut in Shadow. I don't know if that's what Kneiiss does, or if we bail out at Mirror Shield, but I would go all the way to the shortcut. That's true.
Kneiiss wind, yeah.
That is true. I'll say at some point, Zinedine has to go back and do Forest. And that's built into your skull routing at this point. Ah, yes, the DLC skull here in Shadow Temple. You've got to love it. That room is a nightmare when you turn on the Rupee Shuffle, though.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah. Oh, what's hiding in the back?
Yeah, Zinedine has not stepped into Forest Temple at all.
Hey, we didn't need iron boots. Hooray! Yeah. I wonder if you dip Fire Temple too. Because that can, even without hammer, that can get you a few skulls. You know, I wonder if that gold scale will trigger. Oh, I didn't turn in lab dive.
Possible.
You do not need irons to get ZL. No, you don't. Because we have key rings and a boss key.
You do have to get into Water Temple itself, though.
Look, stop bringing logic into this equation.
Zinedine into the Bongo Bongo fight.
There are ways. Don't ask me, there are ways.
And he says, "See you later, boy." And we'll see what Bongo has for us.
One day we'll have the seed where Bongo holds the light arrows. Not today, unfortunately. Not today.
It is really hard to tell now. For sure, lead. Kneiiss has a lot to do still.
Yeah, Zinni will have to give up a little bit of time. Yes, yes, the skater boy strats for Bongo, yes. Look, I still maintain that Freebird strats are better than Skater Boy.
Oh, here at Music City, Leonard Skinner played the New Year concert.
I did see that, yes.
Yeah. Downtown. So the last time the band was there, downtown was absolutely swamped, and Nashville is just a throng of people now. So I'm sure it was even worse. Ugh, I shudder to think.
So the idea behind Skater Boy strats is, for some reason, the perfect with Bongo Bongo, the way his invincibility frames work. If you crouch stab at 150 beats a minute, that will stun lock Bongo Bongo. And it just so happens that Skater Boy is at a tempo of 150 beats a minute. Yes, the Freebird solo is also at 150 BPM. Not the intro section. The solo itself.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a rockin' Bongo Bongo.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Cubs.
And the best part is, you start the song at the beginning of the dungeon, by the time you get to Bongo, you're in the solo.
Fantastic. All right, now Zinedine, crucially, I think at least, now going to finally pick up Minuet.
Yeah, and I think since you're here without Bolero, you go ahead and dip into Fire, but he'll be going to Forest very shortly. Never mind. I mean, Virgil, you can. There's a whole list of songs out there. I mean, just look up on Google 100 songs at 150 BPM. You can absolutely find a song that you like out there.
As we're recrossing or retreading old ground for each runner, we can do a bit of a dive.
Well, that's 32 skulls for Zinedine. He'll be at 36 by the time he finishes. Yeah, I haven't looked at that.
Let's see, we've got Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine. That's a good one. Mr. Brightside by the Killers. Here we go.
Yes, that one's right up there, yes.
Ooh, Holding Out for a Hero, Bonnie Tyler. There we go. Now we're talking. I'm an old man.
Pearl Jam's Alive.
Ooh, Only the Good Die Young. There we go. Yeah, we've got some nice 150 BPM options.
I've never heard of this band before, but there is a song from Snout called Random Number Generator. That feels very apt.
There we go. Yeah, that might just have to be the new theme. The new theme song. All right. We've got a GTG keyring. Now we're going to see some new checks.
Yeah, we know there's that big one in the middle there. I don't think there are any other big chests. It's always a little hard for me to see in the maze, but I don't... Yeah, there were no other big... It's just the one in the middle.
So magic. All the magic was hiding in the Gerudo area.
Yeah,
that's cruel. That's just cruel.
I mean, magic lock magic. Gotta love it.
That's just rando. Ain't not too shabby. You're gonna be able to drop down into Water Temple. Lights are in Spirit Temple.
Yeah, I think... I don't even know if Kneiiss goes to get that, because that is... You have to go deep into Spirit to get that. That might be come back later with the hint. But if it is double Spirit Passive Tower, then maybe you do just dig it out.
But is there a hint to get? Yeah.
I still think I saw 3 Spirit Passive Tower hints. Whether or not Kneiiss has them all, if there are, I don't know, but I think I saw 3. Kneiiss tried the 3-key forest strat and just missed. I don't know if we'll see Zinedine do it. It is a risk at this point because you're still looking for several other items. Yeah, if you're in go mode, yes, you go for it. But you're missing so much at this point, I think it's a big risk to not do the rest of Forest. Also true. It skips having to shoot the frozen eye switch. That's all it skips.
We didn't see Lab Dive, right? You wouldn't go do that first? Interesting.
Also true, when you have all the keys, there's kind of no point to do 3-key forest. I want to quit. I know the feeling.
Did we really see both our runners skip lab dive? Was there a hint? Regardless, into Water Temple, just passing by here. Go say hello to our good buddy Morpha. Kill him real quick.
You know, there are times I wish I still had a sub to Pidge, because I need the John Madden emotes. But yes, as was pointed out in chat, the winner, this race is going to come down to whoever beats Ganon first.
All right, did we trap him in the door? Quick kill? Yes. Very nicely done. Nasagi, you do not actually need the gold scale to complete the lab dive. You can do a bit of a cheese with the iron boots and hook shot. No worries, that's what we're here for, at least most of the time. We miss plenty. We have the chat to back up the rest of us.
Look, I mean, have you ever done comms without having chat to back you up?
Poof.
So, Kneiiss will at least be able to just combo ZL straight into doing Deku Tree.
They've had Kakiri's sword for at least 35 minutes now, I think. I kind of think what happened is, I mean, just an optimistic viewpoint. I think what happened is they said, oh, let's just do one more check. And then it sort of compounded from there. I found a key ring and then, oh, well, maybe I can clear out everything. Oh, now I don't have to wait. I can wait until I get ZL before I go Cha, and I can do it all in one go. So I think that one more check mentality sort of led them on this wild goose, well, not wild, this wild path before actually going back child and getting into the Deku Tree.
Certainly will be interesting to ask after the race, if, because I mean it's always nice to get into the mindset mid race. I mean, because we've all been there, race brain. Just getting into the mindset of the racers just to see what happened.
I believe if our count is right and they have obtained all the skulls in forest, they should be Zinedine should be sitting at 36, I think, after Forest Temple completion. Ooh, just at 33? But they had 31 entering into Forest. We shall see.
We've seen Zinedine's at 35 here. So, Zinedine, do you dip into fire for a couple more skulls? You're at 36? Well, no, we don't have Bolero, so yeah, it's kind of a... There's no reason to go there at this point. I'm wondering... Excuse me, you need 4 more skulls. You know there's a big chest in GTG. You have those keys now. I'm wondering if you just hit the ones in Wasteland and in Colossus and Wasteland to
Isn't the
finish up.
check for you? Yeah, we've not seen the Haunted Wasteland check.
Well, it's also that big chest that we know is in GTG.
Yeah, yeah.
That he has keys for now. I don't think there's any way Zinedine goes ice here. The song doesn't really help you at this point. Even not knowing it's Bolero, what is out there that really helps? You can't, Cola. You need the 40 to get to Deku. Oh, no, sorry. Never mind, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying get the skulls in Deku for 40.
We're in a couple of boss fights in, and I neglected on my duties here to take the 2-hour update. So I will just remind everyone of our runners, Zinedine and Kneiiss. Give them a follow. I myself am Hagmania, joined in the booth by Cubs. Is nice to be partnering with you on this race, sir.
I guess it's been a while since I've been in the booth. It's fun to get back and enjoy the torture on this end for once.
It's a new season. It's great. We're in the group stages. And then our trackers today, thank you so much behind the scenes, Palm and Lady Draco.
Yeah, it is funny. An hour or 45 minutes ago, we had Zinedine and Twinrova and Kneiiss in Phantom Ganon, and now they just flipped.
Zinedine having a better time with Phantom Ganon than Ness did, so...
And neither runner going for the glitchless strats that, I'm sorry, it's just always too much for me. I will never learn that. The glitchless one cycle it's amazing to see, but I'm not learning that. So, Kneiiss, it almost feels like both runners are going to converge on Deku now. I don't know where Kneiiss goes at the... No, Kneiiss gets CL and goes to Shadow. Yeah, I don't blame him for that. You'll get the hint for light arrows later. That's an out-of-the-way check to go up to. You'll skip that a lot of the time. Sunblock room. Also, a fair point. Look, trials are awful.
Yeah, I definitely think Zinedine has the advantage now. Their late mid game routing has been a bit more efficient from what we've seen. And certainly the light arrows definitely a concern now.
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna get these skulls here in Colossus Wasteland and maybe call that a day for Zinedine as far as skulls go.
And our first look at a fairy fountain as well.
Oh yeah, we have ZL now. That's
right.
the thing.
Lots of checks have opened up for us. Concerningly. We're hunting for the hammer and the boomerang. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 3 spirit. Oh, yay.
Memes abound.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 3 spirit passive tower hints. Alright, we did not see this check here in Graveyard. Did Kneiiss get the Ganon's castle? Okay. Hag, I'm gonna leave you to take this while, give me... Okay, we're good. We're good!
I would have done so graciously.
These two need to stop giving me mini heart attacks during the race. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, we do know this is Serenade.
Alright, so this will be 39 here for Zinedine. He could just grab... No, he did... He already grabbed the one in Fortress.
Climbing out? Yeah, surprised you wouldn't just play Nocturne and grab last skull and cack.
Well, if you're going to GTG to get that big chest.
Ah, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, now we are finally into the Deku Tree. Well, about to be.
Yeah, so Kneiiss does get here first. We finally will see what's in here. But Zinedine's going to be quick on his trail. And then Kneiiss has to go and do all of Shadow. Well, half of Shadow. Alright. Again, we're still looking for hammer, ring.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So at this point, it feels like one of them has to be, at least one has to be behind Deku.
You'd certainly expect that as a runner, but who knows?
Yeah. all of a sudden, light arrows for Zinedine become a huge advantage.
Yeah, definitely so.
Yeah, honestly, we've had the ability to dip into fire for a while at this point, so could easily just see one of those two in Fire Temple.
There's the womp womp news. Big chest here in Deku. Survey says.
I bet you'd like to have more arrows.
Not
We
triple
do
fisting bows.
Yeah. We do still have these EL checks in Spirit. I don't know about you, but those they've got to start creeping into my mind at some point.
Yeah, and that's
And hopefully you just don't straight up forget.
that would be fortunate for Ness if the runners are forced back into Spirit Temple.
Not gonna lie, I thought Kneiiss was gonna try to do the forbidden tech there for a moment. Alright, Zinedine getting his Kokiri sword. Kneiiss, we're going into Goma. You know, I wouldn't say it's anyone's game. Kneiiss still has to finish Shadow, that's gonna be 5 minutes. And the light arrows. That's a big advantage at the moment.
Lights are in the sunblock room in Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
And even if notwithstanding the light arrows, Zinedine would still have a bit of a lead here because of the Shadow Temple completion. I definitely think they have had the stronger mid to late game here. Dungeon Rush.
Alright. Well, we know where Kneiiss is going. Where do you go as Zinedine here? After Deku, because we know he's not going to find anything.
Time to buck up and dip Fire Temple, perhaps? I guess your child, you could go to the well.
I think, I agree. I think it's Fire or ZL checks right now. And Din's Ferry would be sticking out to me.
Yeah.
You know, we do have gold gauntlets.
It's true.
There is a ferry that we could go to.
Very true.
With gold gauntlets. Domain is barren. We did not see our third barren. We only have water in Domain.
Oh, we saw third Baron was Fountain. I see.
Oh, we did get... Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that explains Zinedine not looking... Or Kneiiss not looking anything. I was curious why we didn't look at anything in fountain. Well, at least it's just get into Jabu and get out. Excuse me.
Yeah, I am. In my priority of running, if there's ever anything important in Jabu, it is going to be one of the last things that I get.
The very rare come to Haunted Wasteland as child and do this check. Excuse me. Alright, we'll see where Zinedine go. Kneiiss electing not to go back to Shadow as of yet. Oh, we're gonna do Din's Ferry.
Yeah. Have we seen Bombchu Bowling from them as well? I'm not really sure.
Yes, we did from both.
Okay. Alright.
We do have Trail Ferry hanging out there. I don't know if either runner is going to want to go up to do that. Or did Zinedine do that when he went to...
No, we've not. We've not seen
Okay.
it.
I know Zinedine went up and did the Crater Grotto. I didn't know if he went and did the ferry.
Alright, well, Hyrule Castle Ferry, nothing. Alright, choosing not to clear out the well. Probably gonna go far. No, they're gonna go do Shadow. They're gonna finish Shadow Temple first. So next
Yeah.
Shadow.
Fire, excuse me. Fire makes more sense for Kneiiss because he has Bolero. Zinedine does not. Was there something on Rudo Bottle and we just... Okay, no. I'm like, I didn't see that before. Did we just miss that entirely?
You don't have well keys. Ugh.
Kneiiss is going. He's doing it. Yeah, we are putting those gold gauntlets to use. I will
Lend
chuckle
me your
heartily if
yeet.
that's important. Please, please let this be something.
Yeet.
All right, what do we got? We know we need the gold gauntlets for trials. Oh.
It was a major item. Just not gonna help us in clearing the seat out.
Okay. A little late for a condom, but okay.
All right, and it's into Jabu's belly.
Actually, for Kneiiss, he might think that the light arrows are really bad for him because he might think that lights could be in Ganon's castle. It is light trial, fire trial, and spirit trial on. Enjoy the Link to the Past fanfare for picking up a fish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, careful there, Kneiiss. Alright, I think we have all our hints at this point. Maybe we might be missing a sometimes hint or two, but I doubt we're going to go hunting those out.
Yeah, I'm feeling something within the great fish here.
Yeah. And I don't hate this play with Furore's Wind. It's not an awful play. Without Furore's, this sucks, and this is actually it. That's awful. But at least you can just drop Furore's here after doing the one. Okay, where's the slide? There's a slide somewhere. Where's the slide? Kneiiss is getting his calisthenics in for the day. We're just doing squats. Yeah, this Jabu play is fine since you have Furore's Wind. There's nothing wrong with this.
Everyone knows a good workout in the morning after partying too hard on a cruise is the best way to cure that hangover.
Yeah, surely it's not go get more drinks to cure the hangover. That's absolutely not the case.
Yeah, chasing the hair of the dog there.
Alright, Kneiiss is gonna find his, well, it's gonna be his first scale, actually. He did not get the other scale.
Yeah, this is a pretty time-neutral play when you've got Furore's Wind.
Yeah, and then I think it's...
I'll just say that I've been impressed with Zinedine's routing here after he got to the to about the hour and 20-minute mark. Ever since picking up the hook shot, I think.
Yeah, that hook shot on 20 really changed this race. So all that's left as child at the moment, I think, are the couple of ZL checks in well.
Must just be like well keyring.
I mean, that would absolutely send you in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Nada. Okay, so it wasn't Jabu Jabu.
I'm going to step away from it. I'll be right back.
All right, chat, just me and you. We can talk about Cubs now.
What?
Oh, sorry. We were going to talk about how much the Cubs rule. Oh, getting grabbed by Bongo. Two hearts. Ooh. Oh, no. Didn't have the metronome set. Purple bomber. Nice comment.
You know, with Master Sword, I do still prefer the quick spin strat here, as opposed to crouch stabbing. It feels like the quick spin is more lenient than having to time the crouch stabs.
Whew, a sigh of relief there on Ness's face cam.
That is a very dangerous Bongo Bongo fight. Wait a minute. Kneiiss had ice arrows. Why are you making that harder than it needs to be?
Had ice arrows and Nehru's love. Chose to go without any protection whatsoever. Okay, Child Goron City. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
You know, I did forget we do have both Goron Pot. Zinedine. Did he play Saria's song? Did Zinedine play Saria's song there?
I don't think they did.
That's. Yeah, I saw the suns. I'm like, Oh, he doesn't have Saria's song. Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's on Nocturne. No, we can't get Saria. We need to be Fire. That's right. Yeah, I think this is. Oh, Frogs won.
Oh, Frogs 1 has been available forever. Ever since we beat DC. Alright, Troll Fairy. Another ZL check. Fire arrows. It's a wing and a miss.
Would have been very useful if, we didn't get Dins 2.5 hours ago.
Alright. Frogs in the rain. Piece of heart.
Alright,
Alright.
So we're leaving the well checks behind for Zinedine. And I assume that means we're going to Fire Temple. Or maybe not? He hasn't done
even on the
Castleberry.
scoreboard
Okay.
right now, but it is important to note that the light arrows are in the sunblock room of the Spirit Temple, and Ness is missing those while Zinedine has them. It's a big distinction right now in the two races unfolding before us. Oh, there's the well key ring. Yeah, okay, it is the well key ring.
Yeah.
Making sure that we hadn't missed anything. Yep, there was the one left.
If this ends up with going back to Spirit Temple for the ZL checks, then I think that's the only way Kneiiss. That's what Kneiiss needs in the moment. That is his chance.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. If you find, all right, if you're Ness and you find an early ring here, are you sticking around to clear out the rest of Fire Temple, or are you gonna do some shenanigans?
Oh no, you drop Ferrer's Wind and you get the hell out.
Fair enough.
Maybe if you're close to the shortcut, you go through and finish a shortcut, but no. Yes, we have Ganon's keys.
Yeah, Ganon keys were in the graveyard.
We had double tower path. We might have had triple tower path for strength 3, light arrows, and Ganon's keys. Good seed. Good seed.
Curiously, we've only found the one bomb bag.
The other two could easily be in Ganon's castle at this point.
Yeah.
This is the ZL checks.
Yeah, so Ness doesn't even have this going for them any longer. Yeah, we are still missing Hammer and Boomerang. We do not know where they are. Could be just about anywhere. Ooh, is that a big chest?
Yeah, there's a lot of ZL checks here when you think about it.
And there are indeed.
This is our last one. Oh, there's a big chest. In Fire Temple.
Okay. Oh, there's Boomerang. Okay, now.
You know, you're right. This is a tougher call.
What is the choice?
I think you go through the shortcut and then set Furor's win.
Oh, I like the idea there.
I mean, if both Rang and him are in here, that is the role of the century, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, he's absolutely going Fire. There's no way he's going Ice. I don't think there's any way you go Ice here. Not when you have almost all of Fire available to you via keys. Alright, and that's it. Kneiiss is out. Keep in mind, Zinedine is probably still well ahead with those light arrows.
Yeah.
Alright. So, here we go again. You're Zinedine. Do you stay in Fire after getting Rang?
So, I think if I'm Zinedine, I might keep clear. Oh man, but no. If you have, you can have two instances of Furor's Wind, child and adult. So, ooh, you already have Furor's set in Jabu Jabu. I think we'd see a similar play from Zinedine.
Do you think Kneiiss does the well before going back adult? Or either player?
How long does that take?
With Nocturne, probably no more than a couple minutes. Because there's 3 checks.
Yeah, 3 checks for a couple minutes. I'm not convinced.
Cola. If anybody's doing chess game here, come on. Of anyone to say that, please. I don't know. I think I would stick out fire. That's probably the wrong call because it's me, but I think I stick out fire. Although, Zinedine does have Furore set in Jabu, so that may change the calculations a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Furores in Jabu... Ah, man. That's what I was saying. Because he has Furore set already, I could actually see justifying finishing out more of fire. But, you know, fundamentally speaking, you don't have to clear out the rest of the fire if the hammer isn't there, and you do have to clear out the rest of the Jabu. So, there's more checks along your way.
That's actually a real good point by chat. Doing well, and then Furore's Wind into Jabu.
Ah.
I don't know.
So it makes Eater great. I mean, 2 hours and 50 minutes in, and we've still got some pretty crucial decisions to make here.
If Hammer is here in Jabu, at what point do you go back to Spirit if you're Kneiiss?
Yeah, I think it's
I feel like that's the last location at this point.
Oh, definitely so.
Because you're absolutely doing Ganon's Castle first. There's no way you don't do Ganon's Castle first looking for lights. And then maybe because you're adult, maybe you go do Spirit at that point. I don't know. Ganon will give you the location of lights, but we have 3 trials on. So you'll get the location of lights after you get the light arrows.
Oh wait, we've seen this.
Have we?
Oh wait, maybe not. No, we haven't seen this. Sorry,
hey,
yeah.
free tunic.
It's free tunic. You're right. We saw a small chest.
Alright, so here's the decision for Zinedine now. I assume we checked the other 2 here and they're dead.
I think this is pretty sound play. I really have liked a lot of Zinedine's choices, and they have built a lead because of it. So I think, you know, the race isn't over yet, but definitely advantage to Zinedine here. And I think they have raced a stronger race today.
And this is fairly quick, just being able to see the chest at least.
Right.
I think it might have been worth it to set Furore's Wind before ever going up there, but I don't think it matters that much. Minor little time loss having to jump back down. Interesting if it is. That, you know what, if it is, that changes things quite a bit. On the bright side, we will see the rest of Fire Temple. Oh?
Oh, man.
Don't tell me.
There
Wow.
it is. Wow. All right.
Wow.
Well, that is gonna that's gonna nip things in the bud there. That is great for Zinedine.
You know what? I say it every time. I apologize for nothing.
Yeah, I totally agreed with continuing in Fire. There was Zinedine, obviously even with the results, but I just for some reason it felt right to me because you already had Furore set in Jabu. It felt right to keep going a little bit.
That is such a tough call to make there.
Oh, certain. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not.
No,
I mean,
I just mean general, yeah.
I mean, and regardless, in the context of this race, because of the light arrows, it really wasn't going to matter that much for Kneiiss if they had continued, just because Zinedine probably would have found it before they went back into Spirit Temple.
Multiple minutes saved of not having to actually dig out anything in Ganon's tower now.
Yep, exactly.
That alone.
Oh, assist tells us Symphonia. Nice.
The attempted troll hole there from Volvagia.
Handling it with a plum is Zinedine. Very nicely done. A couple of rickets on the execution front, but Zinedine has really, I mean, just really began closing out this race in a very good manner here. Yes, Kinra, yeah. And Kneiiss has been no slouch. Played a good race. A couple of questions about, you know, not going into Deku after getting 40 skulls, but can't really blame him too much for missing out on light arrows there. And this is now a group format, round robin format, so we will be seeing more of Kneiiss. Even with a loss here, but it does look like Zinedine is going to take the victory. Needs to go and beat Baronade, and then we'll be into Trials, and then up to Ganondorf and Ganon.
Yeah, we are much different race for Zinedine than his race yesterday against who was that again? Barbu, I think?
I believe it was Barbu.
Yeah.
One of these racers raced Barbu yesterday. I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah. I want to say that race was done in like 2:10. So, little bit longer on this one. So, looking forward to the rest of today. What else do we have going on? Because there's, you know, I took a look at the schedule on Thursday, because we took a couple week break here on ZSR for the holidays, so I took a look at the schedule to see what we were going to do as far as free streams this weekend. And these crazy bastards had 30 races scheduled this weekend. We're in a 3-week group stage with a total possible of 96 matches. And they had 30 scheduled this weekend. I said it before. I hate everyone in top 64 for this. I hate you all. But there were 2 other races going on at the same time at the moment. Gavaroni and Zavi and Drunas and methinks so. I don't know if those are even still going on. 4 races just started. The couple of the French restreamers have Aosuna and Alazun, and Marco and Sanzo. ZSR 2 actually is just getting underway shortly with Scholzer and Wooden Barrel. If you're wanting to catch some
that's
more
a good
content.
matchup, yeah.
We also off free stream today. Scarlet and Conditioner also starting now in an hour. J-Bone, more so Lion. And then tomorrow. Oh god, there's even more than I last look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 races scheduled tomorrow. 11.
We're knocking them out in the new year. We've had a break. It's time to race. You love to see it.
Yeah. The issue is, why is everybody scheduling at the same damn time? Spread it out, people. Don't make me have to choose from 4 or 5 races at the exact same time what we're going to restream.
It's an embarrassment of riches, Cubs. Admit it. We love watching Rando. It's a shame we don't get to watch more because there aren't enough restreams to go around. But yeah, I feel your pain there as an organizer. It has to be you pulling your hair out.
Yeah, we have made it to the 3-hour mark. Something all seeds can sub for. Yep. So
it is a happy 3 hours. Let's just run through real fast. Zinedine and Kneiiss are runners. Our trackers today, thank you so much for doing all the heavy lifting, Palm and Lady Draco. My name is Hagmania in the booth alongside Cubs Rule. 3 hours into a mostly decided race. Zinedine finishing off Jabu Jabu and going into the tower after that. Go ahead, Cubs. What were your thoughts?
I'll say a little bit of downtime at the moment. I'm going to save some of my thoughts on the seed for the interview. Looking at the schedule for tomorrow, what sticks out for you tomorrow?
Oh, let me pull it up real fast. All right, Sunday. Let's see here. Ooh, Alsuna versus Rock Chalk. That looks like a good match. Cola versus Pyra. Very much enjoy watching both of those runners.
That's going to be a very good race, I think. Flea versus Volk. A couple of runners we don't see very much in terms of non-tourney races, but I think I've seen their qualified. I think that's going to be a very close race tomorrow. I like that one.
Oh, Floosh versus Ice Nine. Now there's a good match. That's a couple of great runners, and that one ought to be close, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be a very good race. All of them are going to be very good.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Just All right, Baronade down. That is the final medallion needed.
Yeah. With that, Zinedine is going to head into Ganon's castle.
As we are walking ourselves into the trials, I will be right back. Just gonna step away for just a moment.
Yeah, we have to go adult. We're gonna get to see one more check. We're gonna get to see Lax. Who's ready for this to be useless? I think we're all ready for this to be useless. Of course, watch this. What could Lax even be? I guess a bomb bag? At this rate? We still only have seen the one. No, we saw double defense in well. Okay, have 20 bucks for your troubles. Thanks, Zelda. I save your kingdom, you give me 20 bucks. I don't know if everything I've done in this seed is worth 20 bucks. I feel like it was worth more than that. So it is tightened up some here toward the end, but Zinedine probably with a good 5-minute lead at the moment. I hate... It's so... How does Link get stuck on that tiny little piece of rock? I don't get it. If there's a... Okay, I wasn't expecting the Snot of Awakening in this seed, but okay. If there's a piece of collision, Link will find a way to get stuck on it. I don't know how he does it. Yeah. Trial execution hype. Hype.
How many quals had trials on? Were there many?
I want to say one. Okay. I know someone went through and checked, but I don't think there were many. No. Yeah, bow extension to get through there without needing choose. And then who needs fire arrows? You know, I am glad that the devs decided not to make any of these puzzles random like True Spinner. Imagine having to pick a random sun face there every time. No thanks.
Gross. Yeah.
No thanks.
And another
Look, there are enough bullshit RNG settings in this game. We don't need another unique individual RNG generator or something like that. Morpha's already got its own RNG algorithm. Ganon's cape has its own RNG algorithm. we don't need more. Ganon's cape is the one that annoys the hell out of me. True Spinner, Inko. True Spinner, that's exactly what it is. Now, Ganon's cape, if you haven't heard this one before, as you damage Ganon, his cape starts to rip and tatter and has holes appear. There is a unique RNG function in the game specifically to determine how those holes appear.
Really? I did not know that.
Each one of those holes is a separate actor.
Really?
And that is why the game lags to hell when you, in the final cutscene, when the or in the cutscene after you kill Dorf and the castle starts to crumble, all of those actors lag the hell out of the game. That is why that exists. That didn't need to happen. I will always say that. That did not need to happen. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, if you have shoes, it's always easier to just drop one instead of doing bow extension. But with that, Zinedine is done with trials. And we're moving on.
Yeah, not too many problems with trials there, so well played there by Zinedine. Gonna climb the tower.
You know, it's a couple of the more annoying trials just because you need strength 3, but in terms of actually completing the trials, they're actually pretty quick. It's not like having to do the maze of Shadow Trial or Forest or Wind Trial, Wind Room. I refuse to call it Forest Trial. It's not Forest Trial. It's Wind Trial. No. By default, trials are off, but one of the drafted settings this seed was to turn trials on. So 3 trials are on the runner's head to do. Yeah. As a reminder, we had trials on. We had key rings. Kneiiss getting burnt, getting blazed there. Unfortunately, having to redo part of fire trial. We had key rings anywhere. We had trials on pre-planted beans and free scarecrow in this seed. And then, of course, overworld skulls and interior entrance rando were banned. Sad face. I will still always prefer taking these 2 down with chews, just because it's funny and stupid. 15 chews to the face and they die. I thought Zinedine never turned into Big Poe. He's still got the Big Poe from like an hour and a half ago.
It's funny.
Alright. Who's ready for the hint on light arrows, everyone? We get to find out where those are finally. Assuming that nothing weird happens at this point, Zinedine will go to 2-0 in the group, and that's in somewhat of a commanding space to move on to the bracket round. At worst, he'll be he could end up in a tiebreaker for one of the 2 slots, but that is a very good position to be 24 hours after the start of the group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. What are the tiebreaker rules?
Whatever Challenge decides to make up on the spot, because they're good at that. Now, the top 2 from each group will move on, so if there is a tie for one or both spots, there will be a tiebreaker race.
Okay, just another race. All right, fair enough. Seems to be the most fair way of completing it.
Yeah. If it's just for seeding, I'll be honest, I don't remember if we thought that far ahead, but if it's just for seeding as opposed to getting into brackets, maybe it's different.
Is it perhaps head-to-head or not?
That would sound right, yes. But again, I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's been months since we decided that rule document. I can't remember if we thought that far ahead.
No worries. All right, Ganondorf down. It's time. It's time. It's Ganon time.
Yep. Don't hug. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your reminder: do not hug your pig. It is not good for your health. I really. Why did we go to Southern Swamp? Or no, this is is this Southern Swamp or Akana Canyon? I can't remember at the moment. You're not wrong, Pirate. You're not wrong with that statement. Yes, I thought this was Southern Swamp. Look, Christmas candy is probably still on sale somewhere, and that's what matters.
Now we're talking. All right, Zinedine, your energy as he finishes off Ganon. Get your GGs ready in the chat.
Look, just talk to me when there's half-price Easter candy. That's all I care about. And there it is. 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 50 seconds. GG to Zinedine. We have our winner.
That's a good game, well played. Nice race by Zinedine.
And we are joined by Zinedine. GG, well done, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you on the GGs. I appreciate it.
So, that hookshot. How was that hookshot?
I was livid. I was actually just pissed out of my mind at that hookshot. I knew it was Fear Zero, but that was an awful spot for it.
When you come across that in a head-to-head race sort of setting, how does that change your game plan for the race going forward, or is there just not much you can do besides grin and bear it?
You're definitely feeling like fair enough. 20 skulls, no one's gonna necessarily get that quick, unless you're just gambling 20 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Which some people will. But with 40 skull K-Sword, you're really worried. So now I'm thinking, okay, it's probably time to start skipping some checks. It's probably time to start just rushing density and just hoping that everything's just on the way. Because I've done way too much. Like the double dip of spirit didn't feel good. I mean, I knew, it was a stretch, but like I was like, I don't know what else to do right now. But follow this past spirit and see what I can do. And yeah, just a lot of the decisions were just kind of grasping at straws. Trying to find maybe an out of logic hook shot, which is why I went GGG. I was like, well, maybe I can find out a hook shot or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. So but yeah, I was just trying to make something happen at that moment.
Well, you did. I thought your mid to late game was quite strong in efficiency there. What the final nail in the coffin, so to speak, for the race was finding the hammer deeper into fire. Yeah. What was your choice? What was the thought process and the choice there?
Rang logged literally nothing, so I said I knew I was banking on Jabu not having the hammer, because Rain, in these settings, if it was dungeon tokens, I might consider it. I might have considered leaving, but with no skulls, Rang wasn't convincing enough for me. Like fire was still denser than fire plus ice and all that were still denser than just age changing and going to Jabu. So yeah, I just decided to stay, knowing that the rest of fire was just still all checks. So that was all. And I had already done so much of the seed. Like I had very few checks left, so I was like, "There's no way I'm about to ace change again."
Biggest question for me. Hey, what was on Lab Dive?
What was on Lab Dive? Did I not?
No.
Did I not collect the item? I did collect the item. No.
Like the item.
Are you serious? Okay, that's
Yep.
such a me thing to do.
I was also chuckling the
I was more concerned about the skull than the check, I guess.
the big pose still sitting in your inventory.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, big pose. It was just, you know, it kind of going back to the first question about like the hook shot. You're just thinking, like you're really worried that if I just keep doing these one-off checks, I'm just gonna bleed so much time. So it's like I'm just not gonna do big pose. I'm just not. Now I say that, and I did Hyrule Castle, right? So
We're also joined in the booth now by Kneiiss. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Good game. Commiserations on the second place finish here. But your thoughts on the race, Kneiiss?
GG. Yeah, I think I lost about my execution and to quit fire, to leave fire after I found the wrong I think is my big mistake. But the seed is very horrible about the first burn bag and the first old truck. So it's okay. I think I'm not frustrated to lost about this scene.
Yeah, there were many different avenues for the seed, but that bomb bag certainly was what opened it up. Because I think the rest of Sphere Zero, besides the hook shot, was pretty dry.
Yeah, I see the stream and I see Zinedine you full clear the dungeon.
Fire.
Fire and spirit,
Yeah.
and I leave the check.
Yeah.
Because I think okay, I take the Zelda Lullaby and I'm going to spirit, and I just use fire in fire
Right.
after find the boomerang and
Right.
the seed hit me in the face when I found the LA and I'm
that's
wrong, but
unfortunate.
it's okay. I think we complete all the scene. I have nine check left.
Yeah, I don't have many at all. Did you already have 40 when you were in Spirit? Because the only reason I went for that check was for the skull.
I don't have enough magic. That's why I don't take the risk to make
Right.
the chest. But
Yeah.
I know the method to make with the bow
Right.
strat. But I'm not confident about my execution. My
Same.
Volvaja and Bongo was horrible. I lost my. I was tilted. I was tilted about my execution, so
Yeah,
I was
get
not
that.
consecrated. But it's okay. GG for your 2 wins, and I hope for you to make a perfect victory about this bracket.
Yeah, good luck on the rest of your matches too. I don't know if I can take down Hyper, but I'll try. But Hyper is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one real question I think we had, Kneiiss, was you pushed so hard for 40 skulls to get Kokiri Sword. I think you had it probably 45 minutes or so before Zinedine, but then decided to stay adult and went to GTG and found the keys that got you into Spirit and that ended up getting you ZO. Just curious to what made you not rush to Deku Tree on getting Kokiri Sword?
I think it's just about the feeling about the scene. I push so hard because I in my head I'm don't in logic because the bomb bag was behind the scale for me. And okay. I was thinking about the set. Okay, makes sense. You can you can okay. The scale, yeah, okay, but it just about the feeling. I prefer to stay in adult and make all check in adult and my progress the dungeon. And yeah, Kola, I forget about the bean. I forget about the bean for this Jake is in logic. I forget, but yeah, I think it's just.
That's true. I
Yeah.
didn't think of that.
Thank you, Kola. I was pushing so hard and don't make Deku because I find many items for dungeon adult. I prefer to make this and hope to find the boomerang and finish the old dungeon for the Song of Time Zelda Lullaby and to make optimize my routine. That's why I don't rush Deku before after I make for this scopes.
That makes sense. Were you able? So you were able
It's
to
just
get
a
ZO.
feeling and hope. Yes, it's just a feeling and hope, and yeah, but it's okay. I was so horrible about my execution, so I deserve to lose about this, and it's rando. I was randomized by by the hammer and the LA. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I imagine you probably
Well,
went
that's
up those light arrows and hammer were in a different spot.
It's tough to say, and that is rando. But Zinedine, you are now 2-0 with, like as you mentioned, a very tough opponent coming up in Hyper. What are you set in your strategy? Do you have some things you want to work on before your match? How are you prepping for this big third?
You don't get to prep against Hyper. He plays 3 seeds a day, and basically it feels like he plays all settings every day. So my big hope and my big plan, because I'm not gonna lie, I looked up my 2 opponents, Barbu and is it Kneiiss or Kneiiss? I'm sorry. I researched them and just kind of figured like what can I pick against them, and because I wanted to really get the 2-0 because I don't know, because I just know how much Hyper grinds, and I'm not sure I can beat him, honestly. So it's like I really want to try and get this 2-0, but I honestly didn't expect to win today. Like, because Kneiiss is insane. So
yeah, you two went kind of hard on the drafted settings with keyrings and with trials.
It was the only way I felt I could win was because I was going to turn on overworld tokens, but then he banned it. I was like, all right, we're turning on keys, like because I knew he would just crush me in a traditional setting. I knew it. I had no shot if I didn't turn on something like keys.
Hiding your weaknesses and playing to your strengths. That's great.
Yeah, I don't expect to you to pick key sanity, and I pray it's to not to pick Kisai because I hate him. I hate him, and I hate about this. Okay, it's a jet set. You can rush and don't play it safe, and it's my weakness about advancement. So when I say curing, I say okay because I waiting shop sanity about the precedent race with Barbu. I planify to pick beatable only on first time. So, but when you pick Kisai, I prefer to make trial.
Yeah, that.
Not rush.
That was such a good pick. That was such a good pick because it threw me off. I was not expecting trials. It threw me off completely. Like my game plan was not expecting trials.
Yeah. But I think we can talk about the Shadow Temple or not.
Oh, but yeah. That was such a gamble, but man.
Big chess, I think made me crazy. I found, I found a long shot. Yeah, okay. I found mirror shield. Okay. And I found over. I think in my head, okay, they didn't make this early. I was in bad situation. I felt. I say okay, make your dungeon, make your progress. More progression and to make the world.
Which one of us did Shadow first?
What?
Zinedine was done with Shadow first.
Well, because we had to double dip. So which one of us did it first? Because that locked the seat.
It was absolutely Zinedine. Yeah, Zinedine was in.
Okay.
You Zinedine. You were in there first, and I think you were even back into Shadow first, obviously because of the double dip. You were back in there first, but yeah.
So where did I lose time? Because he was only 5 minutes behind, so he caught up a ton. So where exactly did I lose time?
Pushing skulls, because that got hook shot very early for Kneiiss.
Okay. How late was I to the hook?
I pushing so hard.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah. I found early the hook shot and to make forest very early.
Did you like kind of know that hook shot was there? Because I couldn't read it. Like I couldn't read where this. I knew it was like early sphere, but I couldn't read where the scene wanted hook shot to be.
I knew. I think I knew was hook in Cake because the path of Cake of Bongo, Router's Letter with Zora's Domain Baron and Zora's Fontaine Baron, and I
there though.
Yeah, I make ice very early. In my head, I think okay, is maybe in Jabu before with Router's Letter, but I think is okay, maybe 10 or 20 scores, and it's just about the hook, and yeah.
Wow, nice play. Yeah.
Well, GG's to both of you. Again,
thank you.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Thank you for restream.
Yeah, thank you for the restream.
Appreciate it. Again, Zinedine 2-0 in the group, looking to sweep it potentially against Hyper in the near future. Kneiiss, best of luck. You're still in this at 0-1. It's going to be an interesting group to see who gets those two slots at this point.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
I think the group with the group P is the most equilibrated group about all players, because I am the new, but I think I was many luck about the weekly. I don't deserve to the place of the rookie race, but I think Zinedine and Hyper. I make many race with Hyper about the morning and over, and Barbu too. So it's just Zinedine. I don't know the player, the very scarcity, but all player to say this group is more accurate, and don't know when who won this bracket.
Sure,
So,
yeah. Very evenly matched, I would say. And you guys are fighting it out. I'm going to give my final thanks and let Cubs take it home. Zinedine, Kneiiss, GG again. Good luck in your future races. I'm going to sign off, chat. Cubs, you can take it from here.
Yep.
Okay,
Congrats,
thank you,
both
Ragmania.
Yeah. Both of you, very well done. If you aren't already, please give both of our runners a follow, Zinedine and Kneiiss. Go! If you aren't following, go fix that right now. Give them a follow. Our trackers today, heroes of the stream, letting Hag and I just sit here and bullshit for 3+ hours. Palm and Lady Draco, thank you very much, both of you. And as mentioned, my co-commentator today, Hagmania, thank you very much for sharing the booth with me today, sir. Mentioned toward the end, there's a lot of races going on right now. Because everybody and their mother decided to schedule for this weekend, apparently. So keep an eye on that schedule. Mostly the OoTR S7 schedule. There's something like 30 races happening this weekend. ZSR, of course, we have plenty going on. Keep an eye on that schedule if there's something. I'm sure there's something you'll find that interests you. We are going to head on over to ZSR 2 at the moment for Schulzer and Wooden Barrel, already in progress. Any final thoughts before we head on out for the day?
No, none for me. Just thank you, everyone, for putting this on.
Yeah, no, I just thank you for receiving. Thank you for everyone to watch, and I hope to make a laugh about my gameplay, but yeah.
Good luck to
Thank
you. You're incredibly strong.
No, thank you both. Did forget to mention, about an hour here on the main channel, something we haven't seen in a little while. Link to the Past restricted major glitches race is going to be on here. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye on the main channel. But until then, enjoy the race on ZSR2. English is hard. Everybody stay safe out there. Thank you very much for joining us. And we will see you back here soon. Have a great rest of the day, all.